Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another day on the server. Welcome to another episode on my channel. Episode number 3 of the season. I think 22 in total. I've not restarted the numbering. Not sure why, but it seems better with high numbers. What are we going to do then? Well, there's a few things. First of all, I need to go and find myself the researcher's cabin, which you may remember from the last episode was something that was mentioned right by my bed here. So a map to the researcher's cabin, which I am aiming to find straight away. The reason being, I've been told that because there is no end dimension this season, the reasons for this are not known as to why we don't have an end dimension, but I'm sure that Citrus, our server admin, and some others have got some plans. So I look forward to seeing how that pans out. But yeah, we don't have an end dimension, so there's a few items that I can't get hold of, which I need. So my lab, the aesthetic I'm going for, end rods are pretty important in that. Also, I would like to start automating villager zombification and subsequent curing as well, which I think is probably best done with arrows of weakness. For those, I need the lingering potion, so I need dragon's breath, which of course, again, if there's no end, you can't get hold of that. So Citrus has left a few of these potions, dragon's breaths, captured in bottles in this hut, or this researcher's cabin, which you can see in the map there. So job 1, find it. Lovejoy's house is coming on nicely. Got a lovely backdrop there with the snowy hill behind it. So you're probably not that familiar with this area actually. So this is where the base that we are going to be building will be. That is Lovejoy, Royal and myself. It was going to be Retro who started the season, but sadly will not be joining us for much more of the season. She has lots to do. She's a busy lady, and unfortunately she doesn't have time for this particular undertaking. But yeah, sad news indeed. So we will miss you, Retro. This may take a while to find. Okay, we have movement. So by moving this way, we're going across. So I figure if we head this way, we should turn a dot into an arrow, hopefully. There we go. We are heading right for it. It's actually really close where my base is. Nice. The distinctive, extremely unpleasant noise of a shulker. Imported livestock. So, clearly these guys are here. Oh, there you are. These guys are here because we don't have the end dimension, so... Oh, obviously we can farm them now, so... That's something I've never done before. I'm told there's a... Here we go. We have some dragon's breath. I'll take them all. For sure. If anyone else needs them, they can ask Citrus for more. Just admiring my house, sitting majestically, looking over the cliffs. What a great view it must have from up there. I haven't actually slept a night in there yet, to be honest. I keep going back to my tent out of habit. Right, okay, I'm just going to plop this map up here for anyone else that wants to see it. This is Retro's contribution to our base. Still love it. We're going to keep it. Probably going to turn this area into a little bit of a mini campsite, I would say. And who knows what we're going to go up around there with Lovejoy and Royals builds, and then so much space up the hill to move into. I'll take you on a little tour of what's happened, because underground, I mean, it's all a little tidier up around here nowadays. I've covered all of the stuff that I've dug out underneath and started to build this area here. Gone a bit crazy with the deep slate. That's just needed that to get some walls up there to build some more stuff. But I'll take you on a little tour later in the episode of the progress that's happened. Most of it is below ground. So yes, the map's there for others that may want to use it if they want to get to that cabin. But I've just noticed I've got a message here. So the person called Grain, I am the thorax. Okay, I speak for the trees have no tongues. I am sure your reason is good. But what are you doing, chopping down all of this wood? Thorax. How surreal. Who is the thorax? I have no idea. Maybe we'll bump into this thorax later and that will become clearer. Right, base update time. So there was a load of trees down here. There was some what's it called? My mind has gone blank. Sugarcane. There were some sugarcane farms along here. There was a villager breeder underneath here, and you could see down to an iron farm and a big hole in the ground next to my tent. Well, I've just really covered most of that with dirt, give it more of a natural look. A few paths in there, and of course this building is shooting up that I've dug a huge, great big excavation out of the hill for. Over there's been some progress with Lovejoy's base, so I won't spoil too much, but it's moved on since his last video, so go check that out if you get a chance. And Royal's Ranch is still there, looking over the sea. So into here we have the start of a building in an architectural style that I've yet to decide on, in all honesty. And this is, if you haven't guessed it already, going to be my trading area. I've set all the stalls out. I've tried to modify the design that I used last season. Well, heavily modify it actually, almost to the point that it's a completely new design. So rather than having a villager every 2 blocks, so having kind of a filler block in here, then a villager, then a filler block, then a villager, I've tried to come up with a design where they can be right next to each other. So there's less lateral movement going between trades, less space. I can fit more villagers in a smaller area, and generally just make things a little bit easier. The whole process of getting the villagers to this point, you'll need to show you underground, because there's some plans have been put into place that are almost complete, but not quite, which is why we have, at the moment, 0 villagers around this area. So what else? So this is the stray farm that I mentioned last time round. This is just, I'm just building the bricks around it. So this was kind of helping me, guiding me in the shape of the building and the height of the building as well. We have also a little bit of a cow crusher, for the want of a better word. Showed this to Lovejoy the other day, and yeah, I think it made him feel a little bit ill, to be honest, when you breed the cows and they run out of room, shall we say. Moving on swiftly from that rather gory detail, we have looked at some item transport. So we have some basic water transport for the wheat and seeds in this farm above. This is just a basic farm. It's a logical Geek Boy design, and a farmer will try and get to the composter, but not quite. And so he drops the wheat. He can only pick up seeds. Minecart underneath picks up the wheat and any excess seeds, brings them down here, shoots them from a dropper clock just about up there, shoots them into this hole here and down into the sorting system. So we have seeds and wheat. We have a sugarcane farm, again, that I showed you last episode, that sends its items to here. So we're filling up nicely. Just, I think the first chest is almost done. We have the cow cooker area, so semi-automatic, I would say. So we have to feed the cows with wheat. Then you get the leather and even some baked potatoes. Oh, that's interesting. Leather and steaks with the smoker. But you have to pick up the raw steaks or raw beef from there, pop them in there along with the fuel. So semi-automatic. Finally, we have the iron farm, which sends its iron here, and as you can see, we're not doing too badly at all with the iron supplies, and we've got plenty of capacity there to grow them even more. Finally, up here we have just a basic storage area where I've tried to organise. These are organised. Some of these are organised. Some of these are just a mashup of stuff. So it's further work to be done. Further work down below. If the old entrance is still here to the original entrance to my lab. This is actually going to be moved elsewhere. It's looking very dark in here. I guess it's because I've covered up the roof. Very dark in here indeed. So this is where I showed you in the last episode. The only real thing that has changed in this particular area is the item transport is rather than on chests in each of the spawning modules for the golems. We actually have sort of a hopper chain that takes them all the way to that storage area that I just showed you. And we have our breeder, which is now set to produce babies, and they will go out that side. So the opposite side, which is, as you can see with that piston, is extended, covering the exit bit. Do you mind, Mr. Golem? Thank you. So yes, that's covered up. It's effectively closed. So in theory, there shouldn't be any more babies being produced. Oh, I've actually unwittingly set up some kind of trapdoor flapping mechanism with those pressure plates. A couple more trades. We have armourer, toolsmith. So basically, we've got some easy access to diamond tools and armour with these guys. And as a bit of a bonus, we have this 1 iron ingot for an emerald trade, and we have plentiful iron, which was actually one of the annoying things about having it all transported up the top, is I can't just grab it from a chest and trade it with these guys. So I'm going to need to rethink that at some point. And finally, as the clip will shortly highlight, I've managed to get hold of a fortune villager, and this was all thanks to Nutmegan. I've just come to pick up a package from Nutmegan and swap it for some iron. It's a nice little trade, and this is where I'm supposed to be. I just need to find the way in. It's not got a door. How on earth do I get in? Ah, what do we have here? So I can only assume this is where our villager Fortune 3. Nice. Fortune 3, I'm so happy. Now let's get this guy back. Oh, I forgot to drop off the iron. Right, so I need to add a stack of iron blocks for a Fortune 3. Iron in here. Thanks. It's not a bad view. Not a bad view at all. Wow. Let's check this place out inside. Very organised. I'm sure they won't mind me having a quick look around. Nice touch. Back in the base here with my little mini trading call. I've got the big 4 trades, which is what I call them. They are my #1 priorities in all seasons. Every time I play the game, we've got Fortune 3, we've got Mending, we've got Unbreaking 3, and Efficiency 5. Those 4 for me. If you've got those, the game becomes so much easier. Around here we have the zombie. That is the zombie with the zombie villager's head on, which is slightly confusing to look at, and has been very effective in coaxing these guys to give me some good deals. The breeder is still being quite successful with all these villagers here, but I've set up down below here a minecart collector system that shoots up a cart kind of through that solid block. Actually, it's a really useful system. It gets them. Ooh, can't see that glass very well. It gets them in a cart and sends them off to where I want them to go. When the villagers are ready, I don't just want them to go straight into the trading hall. We need to do some more automated version of the zombie face eating. So this guy here is ready to go. I've actually tried this as a test, so that's why he's down here. Normally, a villager would come around here, I'd flick this switch here, and they would go up there, stay down there, and they would be ready for the face eating process. Excuse me, trying to record a video here. How rude. Anyway, better flip that back. So we have basically a zombie, as automated as possible anyway, zombie infecting and curing system. So let's try it in action. Let me just check that I've got what I need. I have a golden apple. I have primed up here a dispenser with some arrow of weakness, which is why I needed to take a trip to that researcher's cabin to get hold of that. And here we go. We have our hatted zombie here that with a sword as well for ultra quick conversions. And let's watch him in action. So bear in mind this guy's already been, he's had his face eaten and been cured once. I think I need to set up some kind of counter here, maybe some redstone lamps with some levers along here. I think up to 5 times I've seen people say that you need to do. Let's try this again. So it should, if I've not miscalculated, send him back up here. Not quite at the zombie, so I have complete control over this part of the process. Send him down here. The zombie is staring at me, so I need to hide. We should hear some, there we go, some villager violence. Nice and quick. As you can see, zombie villager in the cart. We'll push him past a detector rail up here. No, there, which then will shoot an arrow out, and hopefully that will time it and it will hit him. Perfect. So he's got weakness. Oops. I've now thrown with an apple. He will heal. That'll be the second time around. I'll repeat that 3 more times, and I should have a villager that is fully ready. The ultimate trading villager that I will then send up this way into the trading hall. Last thing about this, as you can see, I've got a mixture of white concrete and just dug out holes of stone. This is a lab. It needs to be kept clean, and white concrete is perfect for that. So I'll be needing a lot more sand and gravel just to finish off and give this lab a proper lab look and less of a hole dug in the ground look, because I'm going to be doing some awesome things in here, and the lab has got to look the part. I've just had a message from Citrus. He's asked me to urgently come and see him because he has a something he wants to show me. So let's see how that goes. I don't think I've been to his base before. I may have passed it quickly, but I've not been to it properly, so we may get to have a look around while we're at it.
But my portal is the one that's over a pit of ladders.
Right. So I'll give that one a miss. I'm at the spawn area now, so I think it's just
Overlord?
a little bit inland from that, isn't it? Your place.
Yeah. Better hurry up. The day's almost over. I have 12 more eggs.
4 in the afternoon, so I'm coming Whereabouts are you in your place? Is it near your tree? You got a tree
Yes.
area, haven't you?
Are you coming through the mountains?
I came through like a gap between them, and I'm just coming out to the sort of the plains area now. I can see some bamboo and some of whatever those geode purple blocks are.
Yeah,
There you
those are
are.
the marker.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, that's the marker to a spider spawner that
Oh.
Green found. And then I was about to make it into a farm, but then I noticed with my camera account there was a double spawner below it.
Cool. We lucked out with a skelly one near us.
If you'd like to set your spawn, and you can do that in the tent here.
Done. Bit worried
All
now.
right.
What are we doing?
This is my dark fountain.
Wow. It certainly is very dark.
It's been building things for me, but for it to keep on working, it requires a sacrifice. Would you like to walk into it?
Yeah. What's the worst that can happen when I can hear bubbling? All right then. I'll do it.
All right. All right, go ahead and sacrifice yourself to the dark fountain.
Sure. Yeah. Just one moment. Just gathering the courage I need to jump in.
Oh, your armor broke. I take my leave, dark fountain.
I love your to-do list. Okay, you may remember this from last time. The mysterious book. A copper book, which basically said I need to, if I'm open for a business opportunity, to buy, sell, or barter, which of course is not something that is encouraged this season. I need to Sphadoinkle. I need to respond with a Sphadoinkle on a piece of paper at that location. So in here we have some coordinates. I'm going to keep the book in my inventory just in case I need some instructions. I just need to grab another bit of paper. Rename that to whatever it's called. Sphadoinkle. I'm sure it had an H in it. Sphadoinkle? Hold on. Hold on. I think. Right, well, we have the Sphadoinkle paper, we have the coordinates. Now, I think we need to go on an adventure. How are we going to get there? This chap here, our splendid looking horse that I found recently and have left just sitting here for ages. And I just realised there's no name. We can't have a horse with no name. One moment. There we go. Nice. Need a lead. No. How do I get on this horse? Well, I do not have the rope in my hand. So, blue lightning. Let's go and find these coordinates. Someone has already slept for me. That's very nice of them. Ah, the thorax. So you are the note writer, you angry old man. What's your problem? I've built this lovely house up here. I've got rid of all these trees that were in the way. I've done the same down there. I've cut big rocks and dirt out of the mountain. And all you can do is complain. I don't know. Wait till it's finished. Let's leave it like that. Well done. Well done, Blue. Good job. Now to find this location. 108.40 and minus 23.760 is up here. I've lost my lead. I've lost my hitching post. Stay there, please. Right, so 93,760 is where I am, and 108.41. Here. Oh, cookies. Right, I've got a Sphadoinkle here. I'll put that in there. I think I might just take a cookie just because it looks tasty. Oh, I'll pop that in there. Top secret. Mission complete. Now I guess I just wait and see what happens. Good to be back. I tell you what's also good is to be on a horse and just enjoying the scenery and not flying around on wings everywhere. It's actually pretty nice, you know. It's almost like relearning not relearning. It's like enjoying the game all over again, just for the basics. Just the scenery, the terrain, and just yeah. I tell you what, I think hats off to the Hermit Crafters for season 8, which is at the time of recording is recently wrapped up, and yeah, they had their Wings Club and their No Wings Club, and I really enjoyed this as a little kind of expedition on my horse. I'm going to do more of it. So that path all the way over to spawn, I'm going to spend a little time in between episodes tidying up, making more pleasant and a much more pleasant ride. Get rid of the trees, because they're just a pain, and I could do with the wood. Yeah, and generally just make that a more pleasurable experience, especially around that dangerous icy cliffs area. But for now, I think that probably wraps up everything in this episode. I'll try and aim for no more than half an hour for each episode, but sometimes that is not possible. So hopefully this fits in around that time. I've yet to edit. I'm just recording this all in a couple of days. I'm going to mix it up in my software and upload it for you guys to watch. So I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll have some more, I don't know, potentially more building focused episodes coming up. I've got this big project behind me to really make some progress on, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll have something that I can be very proud of quite soon. So cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.